How's the project going, you might ask? It's going pretty well. I decided to buy a new 55-gallon tank because I'm figuring that it will make my life a lot easier for the move. And then I can just sell the other one. So I'm just going to redo the silicone on the other one anyway, and then just try to sell it on Craigslist or somewhere. And the other thing I bought was a heater controller, yeah, that's it. So I think it's going to be better because this room, the temperature fluctuates in this room, and then the air bubbles that go up over the heaters makes them think that the temperature is cold, and so they keep heating. But it's not that the water is cold, it's just the room that's cold, you know what I mean? So the bubbles are cold, but not the water, but the heater doesn't realize that. So sometimes the water, when I'm changing water, it feels kind of warm. But anyway, so that's why I got a controller for that. What else is going on? I've set up my 20-gallon long to house my 2 remaining minnows until summer comes and they'll go outside. And there's one of the plant shelves set up already as well. So the minnows are still in the pond because it's freezing outside, so I don't feel like carting that tub out to the backyard in the freezing weather. And then on this side, we will put up another one of those shelves that's on the other side. And then I'm going to want to paint the back and sides of the new aquarium. I want to paint them black with acrylic paint, just to try it. I like to have a black background anyway, so that should work out well. And then it's going to be time to start putting in substrate and doing some planting. And I'm looking forward to that. I might have trouble getting plants at first because in this area, you know, things don't get shipped during the winter too much. So our stores are kind of depleted in stock at this time of year. Of course, they still get plants from hobbyists, but we'll see what we can get anyway. I may not be able to get all the stuff I want right away, but it'll work out. See, with the last tank, the problem was that I bought just whatever I could find. No, I'm not doing that again. I'm not doing that again. I'm going to just wait and just get what I want and only put in what I want. Even if the tank looks half empty at first, it's okay. I'm going to get what I want eventually. Because it's no point, you know, going for it 2-3 years with a tank that you don't even enjoy. It doesn't work. That really does not work. But anyway, so the next thing I was thinking of talking about is this article I was reading about lighting, because I did a video about the lighting for my new aquarium, and I said there that I wasn't sure that I knew enough about lighting, right? So I have been researching. And I found an article online, which I can't remember the name of the person now, but I can put it in the description. And he was talking about not going by Kelvin, and he explained all about what Kelvin actually means. And wow, that was eye-opening. Because I always thought that Kelvin was a color thing, but no, Kelvin is the same as the temperature Kelvin. That's the temperature at which a hot bulb would get. So your metal halides, the sun, incandescent lights, they get hot when they put out light. So the color of the light that they put out at different temperatures, they compare it to the cool lighting. They compare the color of this hot thing to the color of the cool thing, and then assign a Kelvin number to the cool thing. But it doesn't always work out exactly right because they're going just by the human eye, and that is kind of subjective. So Yeah, I didn't realize that. I always thought it was some kind of scientific color, color, you know, measurement. So go figure, right? So I think I'm going to go by par now. Although going by Kelvin was working for me, but that's because I kept, I had the same, I had the same environment and the same setup all the time, so I could compare. But if you have things that are changing, if you have variables in your experiment, which it was, you have variables in your experiment, it nullifies the results of the experiment, right? So with my old 55, which is over that way, on there I had the same old lights, the same old fixtures, I mean, and I was able to try different bulbs. So they were LED bulbs, but they were the, what are they, E19s or something like that, screw-in bulbs. So I would try this temperature and that temperature, and I found that the 6500K worked the best even when they had a lower wattage. So I found that interesting, you know, that it wasn't so much the power of the bulb, it was more the temperature. But the thing is, I'm just thinking now, I do have a variable in my experiment. Oh, it's not as scientific as I thought, because the light coming through the window is the variable, right? And I couldn't control that. I don't even think I ever took it into account. Okay, so much for scientific experiments. What can you do? Anyway, when I'm going to buy another light, you see, I don't want to have a shiny, silvery light in my room because it's supposed to be a garden room. It's a very tiny room that doesn't work for anything else. So we've made it into this plant aquarium room, and we call it a garden room. We have a little bistro table with 2 high chairs. And yeah, that's about it. But the thing is, to make it kind of gardeny and rustic, you know what I mean? I want to make it kind of outdoorsy, and that I'm thinking that the silvery kind of lights that you can get now just might not look too good. But anyway, we shall see what happens. We can figure something out, right? Yeah. Okay. I better end here. Talking too much. I'm going all over the place. Anyways, I will talk to you again next time. Thank you for being with me today. As always, I enjoy making these videos, and I hope you enjoy watching them. Okay? Thank you very much, and see you. Bye!